Gail and Jerry. It must be Wednesday.
Yeah. It is.
I believe it is.
Jerry, I ran into Jared Wielander last week at the school expo thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Habitat had a booth, so I stopped over and said hi. He says things are going great over there.
Yeah. They are. We went last week to Thurston County. They had a fundraiser, very similar to a lot of the different fundraisers. They invite a bunch of people in, and then they have, of course, the donation envelopes, and they tell about Habitat, and of course have a homeowner tell their experience and whatnot. So it was pretty moving. But their room was completely full, and it was every bit as big as the pavilion.
Yeah.
If not a little bit larger, and they served breakfast, buffet breakfast, and the whole event lasted about an hour and 15, hour and a half, and they raised $33,000. Yeah,
Wow.
I mean the participation was great.
That's awesome.
And I was. So we're looking at different things like that says, well, what can we do? The other thing we've been doing is taking a look at how other organizations are running, how they do their family selection and the financing for the houses.
So it's all
and
unique to each or each Habitat group is able to have a little bit more free reign on those types of things? It's not come down from...
Right. There's no model, like a franchise model that you got to follow. However, the different people or the different organizations, depending on size, have adapted to a model that fits them. And ours was pretty... volunteer intensive for family selection and the building and whatnot. And the construction side, that's why we talk about that the most, because obviously that's the most of what we do.
Yeah, impactful.
But the family selection was pretty laborious, and the time from I want to I get was way too long. So we've taken a look at the other organizations, and that's part of our restructuring, and also the ability to help finance the next house. Because typically we were acting as a mortgage lender, if you would, and so we were only getting the principal, which is a very small portion of the monies back. So the ability to build a house was really dependent on the stores. Okay. And so now we're looking at getting an outside lender that actually pays for the house, and then we can use that to build the next house. So there's a lot of good ideas out there, and willingness to share those.
I go into the West Olympia Habitat store often, and I don't know if it's just the size of that place or what, but it doesn't seem, because we've talked in the past that is one of the biggest sellers, if you will, of Habitat stores around, that one in West Olympia, for whatever reason. Yeah. But I just get the sense that our Shelton and Belfair ones have got a better variety of things and more unique things, for like that sailboat last week, or the pool table that's out there, the kayak.
That's a nice sailboat.
You ain't kidding, that's a nice sailboat. Jared and I were talking about that for a while. He's like, I don't know how to price these things, but the person who dropped it off, he says, look at this. It comes with the trailer, and it's
everything.
Big time.
Yeah.
It says SS Minnow on it, though. So
yeah.
No.
3-hour tour, is that it?
Yeah, and a free 3-hour tour now tossed into the purchase of the boat.
Somebody test that thing out first. But you know what I'm saying? Like the one in West Olympia, they have a lot of power tools and doors. But it just seems like that the Shelton one has just a white, and it seems like they get a lot more.
They turn their inventory.
Stuff.
Right.
lot.
Well, there's a couple things as I stopped into that store on my way back from that fundraiser, and the space that they have is just way more than what we have, and so they're able to display it a little bit and lay it out. But I'm with you. It was very. It didn't have the unique stuff that we get or take in the store, and I don't know why. I
think the Yelm Habitat store also does some pretty good.
Interesting to see theirs too.
Yeah.
Well, and
I love them. They're like Goodwills in a sense too. You go in because it's so unique to the community.
It's fun to walk through and check out.
I always find stuff. I'm like,
the other thing, the Yelm, because that's Thurston County. The Yelm store also they had little little sandwich board that said what was available in Yelm, like discounts on couches or whatever. But they had a ton of couches, and we get really clogged up when we have too many couches. So anyway,
Ramtha slept here.
Right.
Couches.
Those are big sellers.
right.
Big time.
Dale, you really turn a conversation.
Trying to hold
We
it my
almost
end.
had that account, Dale. Until just now. Darn it.
Yeah.
Couldn't resist.
What else is going
Couldn't
on?
help
Well,
myself.
I want to talk about, facial hair.
Sure. We got a lot of it here.
So we hear Stephanie really likes your new look.
You got a little thing going there too, huh?
No.
No?
No.
Before bed at night, when I try to lean over and give Steph a kiss, she gives me a high five.
That'll tell you all you need to know about
That's it. That's it.
her feelings toward facial hair.
Well, as we said before we got on the air, it's more like kissing a scrub brush. So I'm with you, Steph.
Well, 80 is having their second annual mustache contest to help raise money for the Movember stuff.
Yeah.
I'm hosting it again, and so you can't have a clean face if you're doing.
You're
a mustache.
sporting some pretty good whiskers there, buddy.
Well, remember
you're
when I
doing good.
first when I first got here some 15 years ago, I couldn't
You
do
couldn't
any
do
of that.
No.
Yeah.
You didn't even shave then.
And now, it's because I didn't need to.
You were 12. I mean, come on.
I mean, this was yesterday.
Exactly
I
right.
shaved yesterday.
All right, I've got a solution for
Please.
everybody for Thanksgiving weekend, and you've got friends and family coming.
What do
and
you got?
Everybody's going to be full and talked out, and the pleasantries are exchanged, and then it comes Saturday, and you got,
You're looking at it
one
going,
more
"God, I
night
still have
before
you
everybody
here."
leaves.
Sure, what do we do?
I've got entertainment for you.
What is it?
It's the Matt Baker Comedy and Stunt Show at the Lucky Dog, and this appears to be pretty exciting.
This legit?
Yeah. He puts it on the line there. You'll get some gasps, and you'll be on the. You'll be like, it's cringe worthy.
Cool.
It's like, no, don't do that, and then he does that.
And he does
gets
that
away with
thing.
it.
What kind of
So-
stunts you think we're talking about?
Well,
Without revealing too much.
yeah, I don't want to reveal too much.
Yeah.
And I've got another.
And he
show
doesn't
here
know.
before
Oh,
there.
yeah.
So
We
feel this out.
need something to talk about. Comedy.
Tune in
and-
next Wednesday, and I'll tell you what he does.
How's that for a teaser?
All Club Lucky members get in free with purchase of 2 drink tickets, $10 total. That's not too bad.
No, that's a good
Yeah.
deal.
That's a good deal. And Club Lucky's free to join.
Yes.
Yes.
In fact, they'll even give you $5 to join in Lucky Bucks.
For sure.
So
Yeah.
there's half the price of your ticket right there. How about that?
Except for the Lucky Bucks don't translate to a ticket. You got to
They
put them
could
in a machine.
translate to $4,000. Who knows?
Yeah, you could hit
Or
the
to a
button
t-shirt?
and yeah.
Or to a well, yeah. They was over last night. Actually, I have one called Feast Mode.
You just get
For
the feast
That's a nice
mode
one. I saw that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Clever.
so I got that.
I don't know who does those,
Yeah.
but they got some clever marketers.
They really do.
That's awesome.
So we're anxious about that. So there's your solution for entertaining the troops on the long Thanksgiving holiday weekend. And you can
Cool.
just plant that little seed there. And
Consider
that's all
it
I've got for
it
you.
planted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dale and Jerry, good to see you guys.
Hey, good to see you guys.